Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever wondered how to make a man realize just how much he misses you, today we're diving deep into something that can change the entire dynamic of your relationship. Stick with me because we're exploring 10 key things that'll have him thinking about you non-stop when he discovers them. Ready? Let's jump in. When a man sees that you are confident and independent, living your life on your own terms, it can have a profound impact on how he views you. The key here is that you aren't constantly seeking validation from him or anyone else. This level of independence is incredibly attractive because it signals to him that you have a life beyond just him. Men are drawn to women who are self-assured and not dependent on others for their happiness or sense of worth. When you live your life fully and confidently, he begins to realize that you're not someone who is just waiting around for him, and that makes you even more intriguing and valuable. He'll start to wonder what he's missing when you're not around, and that curiosity can make him miss you more deeply. Another factor that makes a man miss you is when he notices how well you manage your emotions. Emotional intelligence is a powerful trait that many men find incredibly attractive. When you respond thoughtfully to situations rather than reacting impulsively, it shows that you have control over your feelings. This doesn't mean you have to suppress your emotions, but rather that you handle them in a way that brings calm and understanding into the relationship. When a man witnesses your emotional strength, he'll admire your ability to stay composed and won't want to lose that sense of stability that you bring into his life. This level of emotional control makes him miss you when you're not there because it's rare and valuable. A man will also start to miss you when he realizes that you have a life outside of the relationship. This could mean your passions, friendships, or professional goals that keep you busy and fulfilled. When he sees that you're not just revolving your world around him, but instead have your own pursuits and interests, it creates a sense of mystery and appreciation. It's easy to take someone for granted when they're always available. But when you're focused on your own life, he begins to understand how important your presence really is. He'll miss the energy you bring to his life, and this will make him want to spend more time with you, rather than assuming that you'll always be around. The mystery you keep in your life can also contribute to how much he misses you. When you leave a little to his imagination, it keeps him intrigued in wanting to know more. You don't have to reveal every detail about your day or your thoughts at all times. Allowing him to wonder what's going on in your life makes him think about you more. Men are drawn to women who keep a sense of mystery, and the less they know, the more they're likely to chase after the answers. This sense of curiosity makes him miss you more when you're not around because he wants to fill in the blanks and stay connected with the intriguing person he's getting to know. When a man sees that you have high standards and know your worth, it makes him realize how special you are and how much he could lose. High standards don't mean being unrealistic, but rather understanding that you deserve respect, honesty, and kindness. When you hold yourself to those standards, it tells him that you won't settle for anything less. And that makes you stand out in a way that he can't ignore. Men admire women who don't tolerate poor treatment. And when you make it clear that you expect the best, he'll start to miss you when you're not there because he knows that finding someone like you is rare. Your strength and self-respect are qualities that will leave a lasting impression on him, making him long for your presence when you're not around. When a man sees how well you handle your emotions, it can create a deep impression on him. Life is full of ups and downs, and relationships are no exception. The ability to stay composed, especially in difficult situations, is something many men find highly attractive. When you can face challenges with emotional intelligence and a calm demeanor, it shows him that you are not easily rattled and can maintain your balance even when things get tough. This emotional control creates a sense of security for him, knowing that he doesn't have to worry about unnecessary drama or emotional outbursts. Instead, he can rely on you to respond thoughtfully, which is far more valuable than simply reacting impulsively. This ability to manage your emotions demonstrates a level of maturity and self-awareness that many men admire. Rather than getting caught up in the heat of the moment, you choose to respond in a way that promotes understanding and resolution. This kind of emotional intelligence is rare, and it signals that you are someone who is capable of handling all the complexities that life throws at you. When he witnesses this, it leaves a lasting impression on him because it shows that you are not just someone who can handle your own emotions, but can also bring a sense of stability to the relationship. This emotional maturity is something he will miss when you're not around. When you maintain emotional control, it also helps to build trust in the relationship. He starts to feel safe around you, knowing that you can handle conflicts or misunderstandings without losing your cool. Trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and your ability to stay emotionally grounded reassures him that you are a partner he can rely on. Over time, this creates a deeper connection because he feels like he's with someone who is capable of navigating life's challenges with grace. As he sees this in you, he begins to appreciate how much you contribute to the stability of the relationship. And when you're not there, he misses that sense of calm and assurance you provide. Furthermore, emotional control doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or ignoring your needs. It's about responding thoughtfully rather than reacting in the heat of the moment. When you give yourself space to process your emotions, you are able to communicate them in a clear and calm manner. This not only makes your conversations more meaningful, but also fosters a sense of respect in the relationship. He will come to realize that you don't need to be emotionally dramatic to express yourself, and that in itself makes you stand out. Your ability to calmly address issues and communicate your feelings in a productive way is a trait he will value and miss when you're not around. A man will miss you when he discovers just how well you handle your emotions, because it's a quality that isn't easy to come by. Your emotional intelligence and ability to stay composed leave a lasting impression that makes him appreciate you even more. He will long for the balance you bring to his life and the way you contribute to a sense of calm and understanding in the relationship. When you're not around, he will miss the way your emotional control positively impacts the dynamic between you, and he'll find himself thinking about you more than ever. When a man sees that you have your own life, it makes a significant impact on how he views you in the relationship. A man can only miss you if you have a life that doesn't revolve entirely around him. When you have your own passions, friendships, hobbies, and career goals, it signals to him that you're not dependent on him for your happiness. This independence is not only attractive, but it also creates a sense of respect in the relationship. He'll begin to understand that you're not someone who needs him to feel complete. You are already fulfilled with your own life. This realization is powerful because it makes him see your worth as someone who has much more to offer than just being there for him. Having your own life doesn't mean you're distant or detached, but it does mean that you prioritize your own goals and well-being. When he sees that you're actively pursuing your dreams and living life to the fullest, it sparks his curiosity and admiration. He'll realize that you're someone who values your own time and space, and this adds a layer of intrigue that he finds hard to resist. Men often find themselves drawn to women who are self-sufficient and have their own identity outside the relationship. When he starts to notice how well you balance your personal life with your connection to him, he'll miss you more when you're not around, because he understands that you bring a sense of completeness and vitality to everything you do. Moreover, when you have your own life, it prevents you from being overly available to him all the time, which is an essential factor in creating desire. Men tend to appreciate when a woman isn't always at their beck and call, and this absence creates a sense of longing. When you're busy with your own activities, whether it's work, spending time with friends, or pursuing a personal passion, he will begin to miss the moments when you're present in his life. It's this balance of being emotionally available but not constantly available that makes him appreciate your presence more. It's this slight distance that creates a desire to connect with you again and to have you as part of his life, because he knows that your time is valuable and not given freely. This dynamic also helps to prevent the relationship from becoming stagnant. When you have your own life, you bring fresh energy and new experiences into the relationship. You're not just relying on him for excitement or fulfillment. You're living your life in a way that allows him to see you grow as an individual. He will notice that you are evolving, which can make him feel inspired and motivated to grow with you. A man who sees this in a woman will miss the way she challenges him, the way she brings new ideas and experiences to the table. It's not just about what you provide him, but the way your individual pursuits keep the relationship dynamic and exciting. When a man realizes that you have your own life, he begins to appreciate your independence and the time you spend apart. The space you create by focusing on your own passions and goals gives him a chance to miss you, which ultimately makes him value your time together even more. He'll long for the moments when you're present because he knows that when you're with him, you bring something unique to the relationship: your own experiences, your own energy, and your own life. This makes him want to be more involved with you and cherish the time you do spend together. When you live your life fully, he realizes that he can't take you for granted, and that is what makes him miss you like crazy. When you keep a bit of mystery about yourself, it can significantly increase a man's attraction to you. It's not about being secretive or dishonest, it's about leaving certain parts of your life for him to discover on his own. Men love the thrill of the chase, and when they sense there's more to you than what meets the eye, it sparks their curiosity. You don't have to reveal every detail about your day, your past, or your thoughts right away. By allowing him to wonder about you, you create an element of intrigue that keeps him coming back for more. This curiosity makes him think about you even when you're not around, wondering what you're up to or what you might be feeling. The mystery doesn't need to be dramatic or deliberate. It can simply be about withholding some information, leaving space for him to engage and ask questions. The more he has to work to understand you, the more he will value your presence and the time you spend together. When everything about you is laid out too soon, it can take away that sense of wonder and excitement. By keeping certain things to yourself, you allow the relationship to unfold gradually, keeping him invested in getting to know the real you. This slow revelation creates a deeper connection as he feels like he's uncovering layers of your personality over time. Another reason mystery works so well is that it keeps the relationship from becoming predictable. When there's always something new for him to discover, he doesn't take your presence for granted. The less he knows, the more he'll want to know. This anticipation builds desire and longing. He'll find himself thinking about you more often because he can't fully grasp everything about you right away. That sense of unpredictability keeps him on his toes, making him eager to learn more and to experience the next step in getting closer to you. This keeps the emotional intensity alive and prevents the relationship from falling into a routine where he takes you for granted. Being a little mysterious also helps to maintain your individuality within the relationship. When you keep some things to yourself, you're asserting your personal space and making it clear that you have your own identity, separate from the relationship. This is incredibly important because it reminds him that you're not just a part of his life, you are a complete person with your own thoughts, dreams, and experiences. By maintaining this sense of independence, you ensure that he continues to see you as someone he can't fully possess or predict. This adds a level of excitement to the relationship and makes him more likely to miss you when you're not around. When you keep a bit of mystery, you create a dynamic where he's constantly intrigued by you, always wanting to know more. He'll miss you more deeply when you're not around because there's so much left to uncover about you. That curiosity becomes a driving force in the relationship, encouraging him to invest more emotionally and mentally. It's this balance of openness and mystery that makes a man want to keep pursuing you, never quite getting to the bottom of who you are, which ultimately makes him miss you like crazy when you're not there. When a man sees that you have high standards, it immediately shifts how he views you and your place in his life. High standards aren't just about expecting the best from others, they reflect your deep understanding of your own worth. You know that you deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and care, and you won't settle for anything less. This self-assurance sends a powerful message to him that you are someone who values yourself and expects the same from those around you. Men are naturally drawn to women who have a clear sense of what they deserve because it shows strength and independence. He begins to realize that being with you isn't something that just happens by chance, it's something that he has to earn and maintain. This realization makes him more aware of his actions and how he treats you. When you have high standards, you don't allow bad behavior to slide. You set boundaries and make it clear that you won't tolerate anything less than what you deserve. This kind of self-respect creates an environment where he knows he has to show up as his best self if he wants to be in your life. It's not about being demanding or unreasonable, but about demonstrating that you have the confidence to walk away from situations that don't serve you. This, in turn, makes him realize how valuable your presence is and how much he misses you when you're not around, because he knows that you won't settle for just anyone. A man is also more likely to respect you and admire you when he sees that you hold yourself to high standards. It's not just about how you expect others to treat you, but how you carry yourself in every aspect of your life. You hold yourself to a standard of excellence, whether in your career, your personal relationships, or your own self-care. This kind of approach to life is incredibly attractive to men because it shows that you are someone who has direction, purpose, and a strong sense of self. The more he sees this in you, the more he'll realize how lucky he is to have your attention. And when you're not around, he will start to miss the way you challenge him and the way your high standards elevate the entire dynamic of the relationship. This sense of self-respect also makes you an irreplaceable part of his life. He will come to understand that he can't take you for granted. He can't expect you to stick around if he doesn't put in the effort to treat you well. When you hold yourself to a higher standard, you create a space where only the best version of the relationship can thrive. If he wants to be part of that, he knows he has to meet those standards. This creates a dynamic where he feels motivated to be better, not just for you, but for himself as well. And when you're not there to remind him of these standards, he'll feel the absence of your influence in his life and miss you even more. When he sees that you have high standards, it sparks a deeper level of respect and admiration. He understands that you are not someone who can be easily replaced or taken for granted. Your presence in his life becomes a precious commodity, one that he knows he has to cherish. The more he realizes the effort it takes to be in your life, the more he will miss you when you're not around. He'll long for the way you challenge him to be better, the way you inspire him, and the way your self-assurance elevates the relationship. In the end, your high standards become a powerful force that makes him realize just how much he truly values you. When a man discovers how much fun he has with you, it changes the dynamic of the relationship in ways that he can't ignore. Laughter has a unique ability to create a deep connection between people. It's one of those things that can bring two people closer, even when things aren't going perfectly. If you can make him laugh, especially during stressful or difficult times, you're giving him a gift that many people fail to realize the power of. Laughter is not just a reaction to something funny, it's a way of coping, of lightening the mood, and of connecting on a deeper level. The more you can make him laugh, the more he associates you with that sense of joy and relief. This sense of fun doesn't just come from being silly or cracking jokes, it's about how you approach life together. The ability to find humor in even the small, mundane moments of life is something that builds a unique bond. When he's with you, the world feels lighter, and he can relax and be himself without the pressure of always being serious. It's this playful energy that makes spending time with you enjoyable, and it's something he'll start to crave. The moments of laughter shared between you are something that will stay with him long after you part ways, and that's exactly what makes him miss you when you're not around. He'll find himself longing for that ease and lightheartedness you bring to his life. Moreover, laughter has a way of creating positive memories that stick. The inside jokes, the spontaneous moments of joy, and the way you make each other laugh become the building blocks of your connection. Over time, these memories create a sense of nostalgia, where he thinks back to the times when everything was light and carefree with you. When he's not with you, he'll replay those moments in his mind and realize just how much fun he has when you're around. He'll miss that sense of freedom and joy that you create, and it will make him want to spend more time with you to experience those moments again. Humor also allows you both to navigate through difficult situations with ease. Life is full of challenges and relationships aren't always smooth sailing. However, when you have a shared sense of humor, it becomes easier to face those tough moments together. Being able to laugh, even in the most challenging circumstances, creates a safe space where both of you can find comfort and relief. If he's realized that you're the person he can rely on to help him laugh through the hard times, he will miss that support when you're not there. It's not just about having fun together, it's about being able to stay positive even when life feels heavy. When he realizes how much fun he has with you, it makes him miss your presence in his life. The bond you create through laughter is one that he'll hold on to. And when you're not around, he'll feel the absence of that joy. He'll long for the playful moments, the carefree laughter, and the easy connection that you share. It's these light-hearted, joyful moments that make him realize just how much he values your company. And when you're not there, he'll find himself wishing he could experience it all over again. Your sense of humor is not just a fun trait, it's a powerful force that keeps him coming back and longing for more. When a man witnesses your kindness and compassion, it has a profound impact on how he views you. He'll notice not only how you treat him, but also how you interact with the world around you. Whether it's the way you show empathy toward your friends, your family, or even strangers, your caring nature becomes something that stands out. Men are naturally drawn to women who have the ability to make others feel seen and heard. Your kindness is something that can't be faked or forced, and when it comes from a genuine place, it creates a sense of warmth and safety that he'll come to rely on. It's this genuine care for others that often makes him realize just how special you truly are. This compassion becomes even more meaningful when he sees it in action. Whether you're helping someone in need, lending a listening ear, or simply offering a kind word, your actions speak louder than any words could. He begins to understand that this is not just something you do occasionally, but it's a part of who you are. Your ability to show compassion in the smallest and largest of situations makes him appreciate you in a deeper way. It's easy for a man to take kindness for granted, but when it's consistent and heartfelt, he will come to see it as one of the most valuable qualities you possess. And when you're not around to share that kindness, he'll miss the way you make the world feel a little brighter. Your compassion also shows him that you are someone who can be trusted and relied upon. He knows that when times get tough, you'll be there with understanding and support. This sense of emotional security is a rare gift in any relationship. When he's going through a difficult period or facing a challenge, knowing that you'll be there to listen or offer guidance creates a sense of comfort that he won't find anywhere else. It's your consistent support and kindness that makes him feel like he can face anything with you by his side. When you're not there, he'll miss that feeling of emotional safety in the sense that no matter what happens, you're there to offer your warmth and understanding. Your genuine kindness also has a ripple effect on those around you, and he'll begin to realize how much of an impact you have. It's not just about how you make him feel, it's about the way your care extends to the people in your life. When you take the time to nurture relationships, whether with family, friends, or even people you encounter in daily life, it speaks volumes about your character. A man will recognize this and feel proud to be with someone who brings so much positivity into the world. He will come to appreciate the way your kindness creates harmony in the lives of others and how it enriches his own world. And when you're not around, he'll feel the absence of that warmth and the way you make everyone's life just a little bit better. When a man sees how compassionate and caring you are, it makes him realize just how rare and valuable you are. Your kindness isn't something that can be easily replaced, and it's something he'll miss deeply when you're not around. He'll long for the way you make him feel loved, understood, and supported. It's not just your actions, but the genuine love and care behind them that creates a lasting impression. When you're not there to share your compassion, he'll feel that absence in ways he may not fully understand, but he'll certainly miss the way your kindness makes his life richer and more meaningful. When a man notices how well you take care of yourself, it speaks volumes about your character and self-respect. It's not just about looking after your physical health, though that certainly plays a part, but it's about taking care of your mental and emotional well-being too. Whether it's through regular exercise, meditation, pursuing hobbies that make you happy, or simply taking the time to relax and recharge, you show him that you know how to prioritize your own needs. A woman who invests in her personal well-being radiates a sense of balance and inner peace, which is not only attractive but reassuring. It demonstrates that you are capable of nurturing your soul and that you value yourself enough to make your own happiness a priority. This focus on self-care doesn't just make you healthier or more vibrant, it also makes you more independent. When you take care of yourself, you're less likely to rely on others for validation or emotional fulfillment. You've learned to find contentment within, and that kind of independence is incredibly appealing. It also brings a sense of security to a relationship because a man can see that you won't expect him to fix all of your emotional needs. He'll appreciate that you are strong enough to handle challenges and take time for yourself when necessary. This independence makes him respect you even more. And when you're not around, he'll miss the confidence and peace you bring to the relationship. A woman who takes care of herself also sets a positive example in a relationship. It encourages a healthy balance where both partners are motivated to be the best versions of themselves. Men admire women who are proactive about their own well-being because it shows that you value growth not just in the relationship, but as individuals. When you take the time to look after your physical, mental, and emotional health, you send the message that you want to show up as your best self for the relationship. This inspires him to do the same, leading to a dynamic where both of you work toward personal and collective growth. When you're not around, he'll miss the energy and motivation you bring to his life through your own dedication to well-being. Additionally, taking care of yourself fosters a sense of self-love that transcends the relationship. When you prioritize your own needs and happiness, it shows that you don't need someone else to complete you. This self-sufficiency is incredibly empowering, and it can make the relationship stronger. He'll see that you're not with him because you need him, but because you choose to be with him. This adds a level of respect and admiration, as he knows you're a complete person on your own. When you're not around, he'll long for the connection and energy you share, realizing that your self-love makes your love for him even deeper and more meaningful. When a man sees how well you take care of yourself, it leaves a lasting impression. It shows him that you have a strong sense of self-worth and a commitment to living a fulfilling life, both inside and out. This kind of self-care doesn't just improve your life, it elevates the dynamic of your relationship. He'll miss the calm confidence and well-being you bring, and he'll realize just how much he values your presence. A woman who prioritizes her health, happiness, and mental peace has a magnetic energy that is impossible to ignore. And when you're not around, he will find himself wishing for the light and balance you provide. When a man sees that you have a plan for your future, it makes a significant impression on him. It's not just about having career goals or financial aspirations, but also about having a clear sense of purpose in your life. This plan could involve personal growth, dreams you're working toward, or specific milestones you want to achieve. What matters is that you're not drifting aimlessly, but instead actively working to shape your own destiny. This kind of ambition and direction is something that many men find incredibly attractive because it shows that you're self-sufficient, focused, and driven. You aren't relying on anyone else to create the life you want. You're taking control of your future. And that is a powerful trait. When you're actively pursuing your goals, you demonstrate a sense of independence that is appealing. A man knows that if he wants to be part of your life, he has to add something meaningful to it. You have a vision for your future, and if he's not aligned with that vision, he will feel the weight of his absence in your plans. Men are often drawn to women who are focused on their own aspirations because it signals that they are secure in who they are and know exactly what they want. When a man sees that you're working towards something bigger than just the relationship, it creates a sense of respect and admiration. He'll realize that he's not the center of your world, but someone who must earn a place within the space you're building. Having a plan for your future also allows you to navigate your relationship with a clear sense of balance. You know what you want out of life, and you're not going to let a relationship derail those goals. This provides a healthy boundary that ensures you maintain your independence and sense of self while being emotionally available. A man who understands this will find himself respecting your commitment to your own journey. He'll appreciate the fact that you're not simply living in the moment or letting life happen to you, but instead, you're working deliberately towards something meaningful. When you're not around, he'll miss that focus and direction you bring into his life, as it serves as a reminder of the purpose you have in everything you do. This sense of purpose and ambition also helps to prevent the relationship from becoming stagnant. When you're both individually driven, it ensures that there's constant growth. You're both evolving and pursuing your own dreams, which means the relationship can't become complacent or based on dependency. Instead, it becomes a partnership where both people encourage and support each other in their respective journeys. This kind of dynamic not only keeps the connection exciting, but also strengthens it, as both partners are continuously striving to be better versions of themselves. When you're not there, he'll long for the way your ambitions create a sense of excitement and movement in the relationship. When a man realizes that you have a plan for your future, he begins to see you in a new light. He'll understand that you're not someone who can easily be swayed or distracted. You have your own life, your own dreams, and your own purpose. And anyone who is part of your life has to respect that. This clarity and focus make you a force to be reckoned with, and when he's not around to witness your progress, he'll miss being part of the journey. He'll realize that you're not just someone to pass the time with, you're someone who is moving forward in life, and if he's not part of that, he's missing out on something truly special. When a man sees that you have emotional boundaries, it has a profound impact on how he perceives the relationship. These boundaries aren't about being distant or cold. They're about knowing what is acceptable in your life and what isn't. When you have clear emotional boundaries, you show him that you are not willing to tolerate bad behavior or emotional manipulation. This sets a tone of respect within the relationship, where both partners understand the importance of treating each other with kindness and consideration. Your boundaries demonstrate that you value yourself enough to walk away from situations that don't serve you, and this level of self-respect is something that he will deeply admire. Setting emotional boundaries also creates a sense of emotional safety within the relationship. A man will understand that he can't push you to the limits or try to manipulate your feelings for his own gain. He'll come to realize that your emotional well-being is non-negotiable, and that's something he'll need to honor if he wants to stay in your life. Having these boundaries means that you are not someone who will bend or compromise on what you believe is right. This creates a sense of stability, as he knows where he stands with you and what is expected in the relationship. The clarity you provide through your boundaries makes him respect your decisions, and it also keeps the emotional dynamic between you both healthy. Furthermore, your emotional boundaries encourage growth within the relationship. When you respect yourself enough to maintain these boundaries, it sets the stage for mutual respect to flourish. A man will understand that if he wants to be in a relationship with you, he must grow and improve as well. This dynamic pushes both partners to be their best versions because neither person is settling for mediocrity. When both people are emotionally mature and respectful of each other's boundaries, the relationship has a foundation of trust and understanding. This type of growth is incredibly powerful, and it creates a bond that is built on mutual admiration and emotional safety. A man will also begin to notice that having emotional boundaries allows you to be more emotionally available in the right ways. Because you're not bogged down by negative emotional dynamics, you have the capacity to truly connect on a deeper level. You're able to offer support, love, and care without feeling drained or compromised. By setting healthy emotional boundaries, you're essentially creating space for a relationship to thrive without the chaos or drama that can arise when those boundaries aren't respected. He'll miss the emotional stability you provide when you're not around, as he'll realize that your ability to maintain these boundaries is what keeps the emotional connection between you both strong. When he sees that you have emotional boundaries, it's impossible for him to take you for granted. He knows that your love, affection, and attention are things he must earn, not things that are given freely without consideration. This realization makes him aware of just how valuable your presence in his life truly is. The more he respects your boundaries, the more he will miss the calm, stable, and supportive atmosphere that you bring to the relationship. He will recognize that you are someone who is not only strong and self-respecting, but someone who will only be truly appreciated by someone who knows how to respect and honor those boundaries. In the end, it's clear that when a man truly values you, he will see all the incredible qualities you bring to the table: the strength, the independence, the kindness, and the emotional intelligence. He will realize that the love and connection you share is not something to be taken for granted, but something to be nurtured and respected. The moments he misses you, the moments when he reflects on all the ways you enrich his life, will remind him of just how rare and special your presence is. And when he understands this, he'll realize that the key to truly keeping you in his life isn't through games, manipulation, or shortcuts. It's through effort, respect, and the recognition of the beautiful, unique person you are. Because when you know your worth and hold yourself to a higher standard, it's impossible for anyone to take you for granted, and that's exactly why they will miss you like crazy when you're gone.